So let's add create country, edit country, and delete country methods to the iCountry repository interface. First of all these methods should be void because we are not returning anything. However, there is going to be one special method that I will use, and I'll simply call that one save. And here in this method, we will return a boolean if everything is saved correctly. So when we create country, update country, or delete country, we will call the save method from each after we attempt to perform the operation, and save will return a boolean true or false depending whether the creation, updating, or deletion succeeded. So instead of void, we will actually be returning boolean from these methods. So this way we can validate whether the operation was successful or not. So we will have a boolean for create country, and we will have the update country and delete country. And like I said, I will have a special method that will be called from each of these implementations, and I'll call it save. So let's examine the create country. Now, do we need an argument here? Well, yes. We need an object of the country passed into this method. So the user will enter the new country, and that will be the object of the country that needs to be passed into the create country method. And this time we are dealing with full objects, not DTO objects, because we need to also, not in this case, but like in authors or books, we need to also deal with the navigational properties that have to be entered or updated as well, along with all the other properties for the class itself. So in this case, we'll return object country. And I'm gonna copy that, because guess what? We will need that in update and in delete as well. When we update country, we of course need to pass in the object back to the database, and to delete country, we need to grab the object and delete it from the database. Just keep in mind, this is not to view, but to manipulate the database. So when we create country, we add an object of country into the database. When we update country, we update the existing country object and replace it with a new country object that we updated. And of course, delete is that we remove the object from the database. So we are dealing with the whole records, and that's why we need to have access to the object. And like I said, as far as the save method goes, it's really not necessary. We could save the record inside of each of these implementations, but we do not want to repeat ourselves. So we will use the save method as a validation that everything went as planned. Alright, so these are the 4 new methods for the country, and basically all our interfaces will have a variation of these 4 methods too. But first, let's just finish coding the country. So next, we need to implement these methods.